Hello guys and welcome to this playthrough of RUSE. This is a multiplayer game, 3 versus 3 as you can see. It's one of the typical maps. Let's have a look around to see what we have. It's quite a chaotic game, I have to warn you for that. But let's see how we went through it. Playing with Artiglio, Donezzo and Guderian. Artiglio kind of has an attitude, you will see in a few minutes. He's actually deciding to leave. You'll see that in a bit. First, let's see, how do we start? Here we go, setting up the base. Okay. Let's see, 3 supply depots already being set up and a barracks. I try not to have the barracks further than the forest because of the camouflage. That's quite useful in the beginning, and if I would place my barracks past the forest I would need to use 2 RUSEs already, and I've already used them up as you can see on camouflage and blitz. Immediately bringing out the recon. Let's see, some infantry, not yet upgraded because I'd first like to get them somewhere, and the time and money that it takes to upgrade them is at this stage not yet worth it. See how my neighbors are doing. See Guderian with his artillery base and already moving forward quite boldly, if I may say. Guderian is playing as also Germans just like me, and we have Artiglio playing the English side. Opposing, let's see, we have BSE boy, British, Cats, Soviets and Dotendunner as the Germans. I'll switch the view back to my view. You can see I'm putting some infantry to the city. That's usually the place where everybody basically goes, and from there they don't move anymore, so I figured why not have that be me. I'll just go in the city and my soldiers guard the city with their lives and stop anyone trying to get through. In the meantime I've built a tank base, and actually I did not want to upgrade any soldiers, but I did choose to upgrade my tanks right away so I could get the Tiger, which is quite a formidable tank. Because if you're playing against the Germans, the tanks are one of your best assets. They're unfortunately also very, very expensive. So you can see I'm going with some infantry into the middle. Already some German tanks coming from the right, so I can't get too close to that. Let's see. This is the part where Artiglio starts asking to put some recon here and there, so I'm building some recon for him. He already has some planes going in, recon and 2 fighter bombers. At this point my troops, as you can see, are not invisible. I will be activating the invisibility ruse. There you go, right now. Only problem is that he'll soon be bringing in a recon, which basically makes my invisibility ruse useless.
Engineers are en route to the building site.
There is my first beautiful Tiger. Moving it forward. As soon as we got some units in the middle of the map, I feel safe enough to start using these 2 depots.
Sir, our camouflage nets are no longer in position.
Assuming that he'll not attack them, and I really think that taking these 2 depots make all the difference for the game, because you build up that much more money real fast in the beginning of the game, which allows you to get the administration buildings up. And of course, as soon as you've got 1 or 2 administration buildings up, you're good. Now let's have a look. Here's one of Artiglio's many smoke signs. He wants recon here. I sent some recon there, even though his plane is up there. Don't really know what the use of that is. He's got a plane in the middle. I think it's a fighter bomber, not a recon. Otherwise my soldiers would have been spotted already. As you can see, they're still invisible.
Enemy is blitzing in this sector.
So is Insidia good? And yeah, there I go with 2 engineers on the way for the supply depots, and that's only because I feel safe enough that he won't attack me on ground or via air, because I have cover from some fighter bombs here. There goes my recon from his fighter bomber. They immediately attack him, but that also gives, what's his name, Dozendunner, the courage to move in with his tanks a bit. And of course my infantry is no match for his tanks. So let's speed it up a bit, going twice as fast.
Building deployment completed.
Here he's bringing an infantry. It's basically just a scout for him. Now he knows that I'm there. So yeah, they're invisible now, but that makes no... It's not really of any use anymore. He knows I'm in there. So what I'm doing here now, I think I'm going to use invisibility rules on this area. Radio silence. I will again soon. And I'm going to move this infantry to a different place in town. Hopefully we will not anticipate that. Just a little extra ruse that I can hopefully manage. See, he's bringing in some unidentified line units. I can't see that. Let's have a look. Recon, yes. The problem was during the game I did not see that was recon at all. I had no idea. I did not think of that it could be recon because it was, as you can see, they're Soviets. And there goes my tank. Very expensive one, Tiger. $40 to make. Second tank incoming, but he's already got artillery firing upon it. I'll make some requests to Attiglio to bomb his recon, seeing as he's going for the Air Force. Taking quite a while, but there we go. Still one on the right. Also taken out, which gives me a lot more freedom now. Use my invisibility rules again, the radio silence. And you see he's withdrawing his tanks because he can no longer see what's on this side of the forest. Here's another smoke signal from our Attiglio. He wants me to build a tank base here. I'm like, okay, that's okay, I already have one, but I'll build that. I'll humor you and build you one.
This is HQ. New unit production requested. Camouflage has been
Soon after that he begins asking me to place another one. Of course the advantage of having 2 tank bases is that they're built twice as fast now, which is really useful, especially close to the front. You see is a new smoke screen. He wants me to put an armor base there now. Fortunately you can't see what we've been saying in the chat during the game. So he wants me to put it there, on this place exactly, or he'll leave, he says. And because I already had to, and I can't really spend money on, don't want to spend money on free armor bases, I told him I have one here, that's enough, and apparently he did not like that. So he decided to leave, pack up his stuff, and poor Guderian is put in charge of all his units. See, Dozendunner did upgrade his tanks already. One Tiger and one King Tiger already. So we spent some money, I believe $50 to upgrade his King Tiger, but he's not really going on the offensive, rather staying on the defense. I think it's very important this, basically when any game begins, you go out, you take the initiative a bit. You see I'm the first one with my allies here, especially Guderian in the middle, taking the middle part, which immediately makes our enemies basically go into defensive and not think about attacking apparently. There you go, you see Attiglio left the game, he resigned, all because I didn't want to put an armor base here. left with Guderian. The only problem was Guderian is French and unfortunately doesn't speak any English, so the tactics were not really spoken about because, well, what is there to talk about if you don't understand each other? I don't speak much French, he doesn't speak much English. But in war, who needs to talk anyway? So look around, the Brits on the left, pretty forward. Airfield, I don't really see the use of that. Airfields, I think, should be, especially because the units coming from there, the airplanes are fast movers, of course. You don't need to put airports all the way to the front. Especially because they're very, very sensitive. They'll take a few hits and they're gone. And they cost quite a bit. In the meantime, I've got I'm stockpiling some Tigers here. Still haven't upgraded them. Didn't want to, especially because the only noticeable difference when you look at the strength of Tigers and King Tigers is that the King Tiger is a bit better at destroying buildings, but they both have the same strength against other units. So I still did not want to spend the $50 on that. I did already start building some administrative buildings, or administration buildings. My tactic, what I usually use, my enemy doesn't mind. You can see he has a very big area in the middle, and because I'm using, well, not at this moment, I'm using camouflage in this area. So as you can see, I forgot to renew it here, because I don't want to use another RUSE on camouflage for my main base. I've always built my precision buildings with my allies. You can see exactly on the border here. I built the first one on the border and then worked my way to the left, so I know I don't have to look all the time where's the border exactly. I place the first one on the border and the rest one just goes to the left. You can see I already have 9, the 10th is being built. You can see the Pioneer, I thought it was the Engineering Pioneer on his way. So I've already got every 3 seconds got $10 coming in, which is very lucrative and so very welcome. RT base. Well, I wasn't going fast enough and I could really need some air defense also. Build an RT base. You'll see soon I'll be deploying some in the forests after I get attacked. You'll see in a bit. Here he is trying to get around my base. He's probably using radio silence, but luckily I've put some recon here. Always put recon on the outskirts of your base, and this is why. His artillery is already automatically firing on the units. Since I luckily saw him on time, I managed to build a Tiger tank on time, so I got this area covered. See, yeah, I got me some bombers. Built an airfield. It also prompted me, this attack here prompted me to build 2 of these Siegfried blockhouses. As soon as you build those, like what's he gonna do? He's not getting near me with tanks, and blockhouses just, well, they incinerate infantry as soon as they come near. They have flamethrowers. So this infantry comes, so basically my base is already safe here from a takeover, but just in case, I just don't like the idea of the enemy infantry hanging around. So just to be sure, I'll send some bombs after him, so that will be taken care of. The base here, I'm actually no longer camouflaging this base. I prefer to use the RUSE for something better. I'm hoping / assuming that he's not going to bomb this area, because he probably thinks this forest is full of AA, anti-air, which as you can see it is not at all, but the advantages of this game. Of course he's actually going to, yeah, see my bluff. He's actually going to bomb here soon, which I did not expect at all. I'm going to lose these buildings, but it's okay. Got a lot of money at the moment, my income is really high. My Tigers are getting squashed here because, you see, I have recon here, but he keeps very cleverly, of course, he keeps attacking this recon. and then I can no longer see what he's hiding in the forest. And as you can see in the forest, here's some AA, but here's anti-tank guns, which in the forest are 3 times as strong as normal. You can see my recon has been destroyed here, so my tanks, and I didn't notice that, so my tanks are just happily going on. But that's so smart because I can't see what's in the forest, and the anti-tank guns are making short work of my tanks here. 2 tigers in the middle are gone. But luckily I have my good friend Guderian here. Also not afraid and building a lot of tank strength here in the middle. Got my first prototype base. Not too bad. Let's speed this down a bit because I don't have to talk too fast. Back to normal speed. I've got a prototype base here in the middle. Not using it yet. Here you see my AA being deployed. And why am I deploying my AA? Because as you can see, he destroyed my tank base and my my infantry base here. Very stupid. I had no defenses in my forests, of course. First you need to be taught a lesson to learn a lesson. So here I go with my AA. And I actually think these AA don't see any action at all anymore. He's bringing in his King Tigers, of course, because he's destroyed my Tigers, so he thinks this is a chance to move up a bit. But yeah, it's only 3 Tigers, they're already heavily damaged, getting pounded by the artillery from Guderian. And my tanks are already rolling back in. In the meantime, I'm not stopping with the administrative buildings. You can see I've got like what is it, like 13, 14 there now. That's a very good steady income. The camouflage always piggybacking basically on his camouflage net. Very useful. He's got his administrative buildings a lot less. Well, he's got a few from what's his face still here. And he's spamming some infantry. Of course, he wants to get his left flank a bit more secure. As the Brits are sending in some recon that can shoot, that's the thing. His recon is a small wagon which does not really do anything much but recon, but can't fire at all. It retreats, that's all it's good for. His artillery is shooting at it, but of course it's armored, so artillery is not so strong against artillery units. You need a lot of it. You see my units are withdrawing now. Oh yes, and on the left he's trying to sneak attack. I assumed these were bombers when I saw them. At this moment I was warning Guderian to look on the left side of his base, in which he replied French, question mark, not England. So basically he doesn't speak any English, I found out then. Luckily I knew the word for left in French, so I told him to basically I told him left and base. I assumed he at least knew the word base.
Research is complete.
Sends out mine fighters. I already upgraded them, as you can see. The Messerschmitt's 106, if I 262, what do I know? I can manage to shoot down one of his paratrooper planes, but the second one, as you can see, is landing. But it's all good. I warned him, so I have no idea what he did with that warning. Actually, I'm sending one of my recon planes now. Let's see. Here it is. The Stork. Taking off.
Sir, it's been
Stork, as the Germans would say. Because he still has one tiny group of paratroopers in the forest. But basically, if he used it right now and blitzed it, he could have walked in here and taken, well, anything he wanted. But it seems like he already forgot about it. Maybe because I attacked his units already, he thought they were doomed. We still got some alive. Of course, I'm not paying attention on this area the whole time, so my main focus is here. Let's see, what do we have? Ah, an attack from him. He spammed infantry. Luckily I already had some bombers going. 2 bombers. And his artillery, Guderian's artillery, also make short work of it. He had like 20 infantry units. Now he has 4 left. My bomber seems to have a good time circling and not bombing. I have no idea why. Guderian's artillery is actually damaging my poor recon here, as you can see. exclamation mark means it's routing, so wants to withdraw, but because the enemy threat is now gone, you can stay there. Very good. My bomber is still useless as before, circling around. In the middle we seem to have pretty much the upper hand. I have some tigers here. He has... what does he have? King tigers. Oh, he already upgraded them. I actually decided, I think I'm upgrading them at one point, but since I have the prototype base here, see, I want to have some artillery going. Actually told my artillery to go to this position here. There's a little alcove, which, what is it? But that would be a nice cover, and he would never attack me with his airplanes because he would already assume it's behind trees that now I have AA, which I do. It's not a lot, but it will take down some, at least the first plane, however much he sends. These two tanks just took out infantry that he tried to attack me with again. Somehow he got infantry here again, I have no idea how. Also during the game, this was about the moment when I discovered it.
Building deployment completed.
But the secret blockhouses already checked me well enough. He got out, he's going back in, he thinks he's hidden in the forest, but of course my recon here spots him. Once again, that's why it's so important to have these recon around your base. If I would not have it, I would not see this infantry unit at all until he nears my buildings, and then it's probably too late already. Yeah, more administrative buildings, a lot of money steadily flowing in. As you see, I regularly forget to camouflage this. I just camouflaged it now. Can't emphasize enough, camouflage your buildings, people. It's actually better to stack them up, but I've used a few ruses to get some infantry. Let's see, from here to here, they've already been destroyed.
The enemy has imposed radio silence in this sector.
So I could not use RUSE all the time, which at some points meant that I had my base fully exposed. And on the left side, the Brits, I have no idea, I did not really follow this side during the game, but I never really saw them coming, well, basically the recon coming near the city, and that's it. I have no idea what they've been doing all the time.
Unit reports contact with hostiles. Yes,
I've
sir.
only been dealing with the Germans on the right, the Soviets in the middle.
Sir, enemy is enforcing
And that's
radio
it.
silence in this
You
sector.
can see there are two planes here, aircraft, they're bombers. I send one plane there for... I already assumed it would be a trap, that he had a lot of AA in the forest here, which he did. I just sent a plane close, and as soon as the AA attacked, I withdrew the plane. Just I wanted to see if there was AA in the forest, and there was. So basically these bombers are just there as bait. Base is going well. Yeah, he noticed the attacks on the left. He's got some anti-air going in there. The Wirbelwind from the Germans. You don't want to be in a plane and have those things on the ground beneath you. Still have a fighter here, which is not doing much. Sent some on the left because he was sending some planes. Here I think the Brits were sending some planes. So my fighter just got a new order to go to the middle, but I do not know why. Well, basically because... yeah, for defense, of course. I had no idea why I put those things there anymore. The main idea of having fighters over there is because, as you can see, we have a lot of tanks, which are pretty nice targets for his bombers. I have no idea how many bombs he has, but they can get in here pretty quickly, and they might attack. I can actually take an attack, I don't mind, as long as the planes who are attacking get killed after the attack. So they can have an attack, they can kill my units, but they can't leave. I would prefer, of course, if I can kill them before he attacks. You can see two Typhoons here attacking. I already have some AA on the ground, and the Typhoons make it back. They're heavily damaged, but they make it back, which makes it as successful as it can be for him. I see some red arrows here, but I have no idea why. Everything's okay. I build a new infantry base here. Later I'm building some more, because of course it takes a long time to build infantry like this. So the more bases you have, the faster it is. He's going on the artillery tour. He has 1, 2, 3 here. I see them, I'm trying to attack them a few times, not really working. So I decide to actually move up some infantry, always accompanied by a recon. This forest, slowly going to this forest, you'll see in a bit. So we can take out the artillery, or actually we can actually see the artillery and the AA in the forest. So we can take out the AA with tanks and the artillery with planes. At least that's the plan for now. Oh, the Brits are actually coming out. Wow. As far as I've seen them go, actually. Yeah, I don't really see why you have an assault gun. It's basically artillery. It is artillery. You have it in front of your... of everything. In front of your cover, forest, in front of your defensive line, in front of your other units. He has one tank here. Oh well, we'll get rid of him soon enough. This stack is full of tanks. Big tank, a lot of them. I've got my Junkers 87s all the time. Make sure you always have your planes hanging around where your tanks are. They'll automatically attack any tanks. Of course, make sure that it's relatively safe AA-wise. He only has one AA, so well, actually I don't mind the risk. Well, make sure you have your fighters nearby. My fighters just joined again. It's something you really need to think of all the time. As soon as they attack, of course, they go back to their base. So make sure you always get them back up as soon as possible. You can see, what's his name? Guderian. Yeah, Guderian is pushing up from the middle very steadily. So I'm actually going to push to the right side. Upgraded my bombers to jet bombers. And Recon here can see his infantry is getting attacks. Actually, my bombers are getting attacked. One dies, one lives. Good enough. I got his infantry out of this forest, which means that I can move my infantry to that spot, because he's not renewing them. Instead of building new units actually to go straight into this forest, I built new units to go in this forest where I already have units. These units that are here are moving up this forest, which I think of course makes sense, because, well, it's a lot faster. It'll happen in minutes. He's sending some tanks out through the city. As you can see, wow. As long as he keeps sending tanks by the pair, 2 or 1 at a time, he is no match for multiple tanks at a time. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, and they're forgetting to camouflage at one point. Let's have a look actually at BSE boy, I think. Yeah, this is his base. You can see he has a lot of defense. But, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4 administrative buildings. At this point we're already like, what is it, 14 minutes into the game. And he has no idea, as you can see, how much money we have. This is the base abandoned by the Italian guy's name guy, no idea what his name was anymore. So we kind of forget to camouflage it every once in a while, but hey. No one's attacking it anyway. You see BSE boy not doing anything to attack, just defending, does not have any money. In the middle, the Soviets with cats don't have, well, they have a lot of administrative buildings, but not as much as we do. And neither does Dozendurner, not a lot at all. If you look at our side, let's go neutral. See, full of administrative buildings. Guderian is also, I'm actually building some here now, along my airfields. As you can see, we're already very much ahead money-wise, so basically you can tell now we've won the game. We're actually going to push through the middle and through the right. The left side we know it's heavily defended, so we just... left side is our defensive line, but our attacking is going through the middle and through the right. You see, we already have the feeling, we can't see that much, but we know it's, we don't have much resistance, so we're pushing through here. I've used the radio silence RUSE on this area. It doesn't show now, I don't know why, but I did. I I used it so my units can safely walk until the forest line actually. And of course inside the forest is a new area as you can see, but they're camouflaged from the forest. So actually at this moment I can see his anti-aircraft, and I believe I can already see this. Let's have a look. Let's go to my own name. Yeah, I can see one artillery and his anti-aircraft. I've noticed this is only anti-aircraft gun because I've seen the firing going on my planes before. And I'm actually sending some bombers on a kamikaze mission. I think it's actually worth if you lose 2 or 3 bombers, it's okay. Because after that I have free play basically for these artillery, which are harassing me a bit. Not too much, but still a bit. Attacking gun. He's sending in lone planes. Yes, as long as he keeps sending 1 unit at a time, it's like no match. As you can see, none of his units are leaving alive anymore, which is what we want. What do we have here? A bomber. No idea why, probably, as you can see, some scorch marks here, so I'm sending some infantry again. I'll put some anti-air here just in case he wants to send some more paratroopers or bomb my base. But he does not have the funds at all. They barely, the enemies, all the 3 of them, all barely have any funds to keep up the defense, let alone to go out and attack. So we're good. Just a reminder, it's 2 versus 3 at the moment because Mr. Italian, whoever he was on the left us because he didn't like our playing style. Basically he was angry for me not placing an armor base more to the center. So we've been playing 2 versus 3 basically from the 10th minute on in the game, so the past half hour. It's been 2 versus 3. But we're holding out pretty well. Guderian has the middle locked up, which really helps me to push up through the right side. I think I'm still only with normal tigers, knocking tanks at all. Nope, I've used my prototype base here. Got one here. Building some more later. Some mountains in between, which are basically the strongest tanks you can have against other tanks. He found out I'm on the right here. As you can see, he's building some new units. He's got some new anti-air units coming. It's 3 anti-air units, yeah, it's too much for me. Infantry, I'm pulling them back because I got the feeling this one was a recon, which is not, as you can see, but pulling them back anyway. He seems to be wanting to attack me. So my infantry units can use a surprise attack from the forest. And it's actually quite easy kills, as you can see. Moving them in a bit closer. No problem. Tanks moving ever so closer one at a time. I keep forgetting to build recons. I got some recon planes that get shut down once in a while, but I forget to move them close enough. I try to keep up with my ground recons. I have one here, which, well, should be enough for the moment. But it's very important that you keep moving up your recon with your units, so you're not surprised by these anti-tank guns in the forest. There are some anti-aircraft guns here in the forests. I can see them now because my recon is getting closer. Of course, I have the ground recon here. See, at this moment, my units are pretty much safe. His units I can spot very easily. So here we go with surprise attacks. This forest is now mine. It's his forest. Well, I consider it his forest because it's in his base. But it's mine. There he goes with a super heavy tank. I already have a couple of those. A lot of those on the battlefield. This is his first, it seems. And just like the real Germans in the real Second World War, these prototypes, they're very great, but they're too late. Too little, too late. It's basically the story of the Germans in the Second World War and the story of them, well, my enemy in this case, in this war. He's got a few of them, but they're that all enough. Yeah, I have no idea why I still have my bombers there, but basically these missions failed big time, but I can live with that.
Building deployment completed.
The massacre here has been huge. You
Building
can see
deployment completed.
most tanks facing my way, meaning they were his tanks.
Sir, enemies
And
enforcing radio
we're not really
silence
moving
in
at the
this
moment, but
sector.
it's okay. We will be soon. Ah, yes, the Brits have been standing till so long. Guderian, of course, he also has the supplies for this base, so he can build a bit more than I can, a bit faster. Even though I have a lot more administrative buildings. As you can see, I've been building more prototype babes. I like to spread them around, just for safety reasons, not to have them too close to each other. And also, of course, should it be necessary, the Brits break through, which I don't expect anymore, I can build some stuff from here. Saves a lot of traveling time for units to get from this area all the way to this area. So. See, also here we forget the camouflage once in a while, but he sees it now maybe, but it's already too late. We have superiority on the ground, in the air. It's actually making, I guess it's a desperate counter-attack. Guderian using the fanatic rules, meaning that his units will not withdraw. Of course, this is the moment where units would withdraw. Such a massive, counter-attack like this. He's outnumbered at the moment, but as you can see, the new tanks are already spamming out King Tigers, all of them. It means that I'm pushing on in the middle. I've got the force signal actually. Managed to get some infantry in there, but he sees my infantry. They're not, as you can see, they're not invisible. So he must have a recon somewhere near here. It's all okay. In the meantime, I managed to get a little Stork. Got it around his base. Flew here. I knew he had some AA here, but not a lot. So here I come with my bombers. All this money. Headquarters is gone. So basically, done for. Got his barracks, got his money. Not that he can do anything with his money without a base. So that takes care of the Germans on the right, and as you can see, cats around us. Which is weird because Cat was the one in the middle. But hey, no idea. See, he's been building some administrative buildings here in the middle. Yes, one of his last units. I wasn't really prepared for. I knew they were coming, but I was thinking he would stop with his attack here in the middle, not the forest, but he didn't. And I didn't pay much attention, but by now I did, as you can see, so I'm doing a kamikaze with all my bombers who are actually not, none of them seem to be reaching the target, but I'm pretty sure they did. Hey, artillery doing some work, mine, Guderians. It's all good, and I'm going to build some more tanks, so by the time he actually gets close, I'm already withdrawing my artillery just in case. By the time he should get close, got some mouse tanks coming out. Let's see, here's the first one. Of course, there are a lot of them here already on the front. Here are some that I'm bringing back just in case. I'm actually throwing my normal bombers at them. Of course, normal bombers don't really have much effect on armor, but I fought as long as I use a lot of them. They will do some damage, and who knows, maybe I'll destroy some. Actually, I know, as you can see. Got a Stuka dive bomber. It helps a lot more than maybe 5 or 6 level bombers. Hey, it's all good. It's got 2 mouse tanks left. 1 recon in this woods. I know it's there because my scouts have seen it. And I've still got my stork flying over.
Sir, the enemy is camouflaging their buildings in this sector.
There in the middle, no
DCW
problems.
neutralized.
Going in there, I noticed that actually I want some of the spoils. About this time, around this time, as Dozen Dunner surrenders, because his last units are gone. Around this time I'm going to start getting some paratroopers in here. I would like to have the enemy base in my control. Spam paratroopers to the middle base, I'm going to send some to the right base. As you can see on the left is actually, well, stalemate at the moment, because of course the Brits have been defending this area all the time. But I think he's no idea who's left over at the moment. BSE boy, holding in there, a bit defensive all the time. I think at the moment he's got all 3 camps under his control, because the other 2 gave up already, they surrendered. Ah, that's why. I got rid of his base. I put some bombers here, as you can see. I already forgot about that. I thought I was taking them over with paratroopers. These bombs have nothing to do here anymore because the buildings can be destroyed, so now they're sitting ducks for the AA. But I've got plenty of bombs to go around, so I can take it. It's all good. Tanks here have been destroyed. So the tanks I used to defend are actually going on a counterattack now. I'll go for the city, but I'm pretty sure they're going on the right flank. Moving these tanks from the middle flank. I know the city is safe, these woods are safe. Recon plane going over. Some more kamikaze on his. So I thought it was AA, but no, it's a lot of recon. I can have it, he can know that I'm there. And at this moment my paratroopers get hammered. It's not looking good for them. Forgot he has 3. No, I destroyed his 3 anti-aircraft. He built new ones, I did not know that, and so my paratroopers are sitting ducks. Well, some. One, I think, is getting through in the end. Some more success on the left, but the base is bombed anyway. The Brits are still here though. You can see the spectator to neutral, so we can see everyone now. They're moving up on the left. The middle is secured. He has some anti-tanks here. BSE boy, but what's he gonna do? The right side is basically gone, just mopping up what's left. Mouse tank on the right. Just one. Should have sent more. I thought I did, but. So it's just mopping up on the right. No problems here. Some buildings in the middle, they're gone. So got some paratroopers hopefully taking over some buildings. Of course I know he's there, they're invisible, but I'm pretty sure there's a base there. All his defenses are wiped out because, well, if you just keep defending, the enemy will come, of course. Oh, it's a rain of artillery. A lot of his in the middle, some of mine there. Infantry moving up here just in case. Could not see all of his units yet, so the more infantry I have, the better. My Stork got shot down with by his AA. But let's be honest, it's all water under the bridge at the moment, cause hey, we're winning. Did not expect that at all at the beginning, of course, because it was 2 versus 3 for basically, well, the past 45 minutes. Guderian did a very good job at managing both bases. And well, because we had a firm grasp of the middle. We only lost it, I think, once. He managed to get 2 tanks in the middle here, but it was just temporary. We defended it, and all the game long, basically, we've been in this area in front of his forest. Not really attacking, but also defending this line, but as long as we're defending this line, he has to be on the defensive a lot. We didn't even take the supply depots in the middle. We could have. nearing the end, I always like to do this paratrooping in, taking over buildings. I actually shot my paratroopers trying to get this one, but I built this barrack I actually built myself, did not take it over. Already got had the GIs going out. They're not GIs, they're just whatever. Just infantry taking over his buildings. At this moment, of course, when your last administrative building is gone, all your units show up. So I thought these guys were hidden, but he doesn't bother anymore, and he quits a 2 versus 3 game. And we won. It's a very nice victory. Did not expect that at all. Okay guys, thank you for watching so far. I hope this gave you some insight, some nice tips. If you have any comments, please leave them in the field below. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and see my next videos.